Hey, Ron, John Kine, do you have an update on Kyle Allen?
No, the only thing I can tell you was my understanding was that he had dislocated his ankle, and that's all I know. I haven't had an opportunity to talk to Ryan Vermillion or Doc yet. So once I get done with you guys, I'll go into the training room and find out exactly where we are.
Did you have a feeling on the play itself? It looked like Peppers kind of whipped his leg back.
Yes, I mean that's what I saw was he got cut, and as he was going down, he saw Kyle trying to boot outside. So and again, it's just a guy trying to make a play. I don't think it's a dirty play. It's a guy just trying to make a play, and I get it. I've been there in that situation, and he's a Peppers is a heck of a football player. He plays 100 miles an hour.
Ron, is this the kind of game that you look at as a disappointment because of the things that happened that led to the loss, or do you look at it as optimistic because of the comeback and the things in the second half?
That first half, I'm going to be pessimistic and be disappointed. The second half, I'm going to be very pleased. We only gave up 3 points. We held them. We scored points. We gave ourselves a chance. And as I told the players, we will learn from this. I mean, first thing we'll learn is you can't spot teams 20 points and a half and expect to give yourself a fair chance to win. But the way they came back and played the second half was indicative of who this football team can be, in my opinion.
Hey, Ron, after the Rams game, you said you couldn't really give a fair assessment on the play of Alex Smith because it was raining, it was bad conditions. Today, obviously, he had a lot of plays and it was perfect conditions. What was your kind of overall assessment of Alex Smith's play today?
I was very pleased. It was exciting to watch him get out there and do the things that he did and control the tempo of the game the way he did. It's unfortunate with the interceptions. He tried to make things happen, tried to force things, and unfortunately bad things happened this time. But there'll be times when he'll force something and something good will happen, and we'll all be happy about that.
Hey, Ron, will he start next week?
We're gonna continue to go forward with the setup the way it is. Alex will start, and Dwayne will be the backup going forward.
Ron, when you got so many receivers back today, and obviously you have Alex as well, what do you kind of look at, or what do you think of for the future of your passing offense?
Well, I'm pretty optimistic about it. I hope we can continue to watch these guys grow. Very pleased with what we got from Cam Sims today. Obviously, Terry. He just continues to be a great player for us. And then sit there and you watch Isaiah Wright step to the forefront and make some plays, and getting Steven Sims back with that quickness underneath, that was exciting. And again, AGG hasn't had his opportunity to get back on the field yet. But I think things bode well for a young group. We didn't have Inman today either, but I thought the guys that were out there stepped up and gave us an opportunity to win a football game. And so I was very pleased with the way they played in terms of getting chances to make plays.
Ron, did you notice?
Oh, sorry.
Ron, did you notice the fans today? What'd you think of them being back in the stadium?
I noticed the fans, and it was nice. I get it. Sometimes when things aren't going well, people are going to say some things, but that's why they pay. That's what they pay for, the opportunity to voice their opinion. And it was good. I mean, it's good to have people in the stands, and it's nice to know that they're there, win or lose. The nice thing is, as I said, it's just good to have them out there.
About 166 rushing yards today. I know you got to watch the tape, but was there anything that stood out to you as to why they had so much success?
Well, biggest thing was gap control. We had a couple guys that got knocked out of their gap. We had a couple of guys that got late to their gap. And as we get a chance to watch the tape and really see exactly who and why and how, those things will be worked on and corrected.
There were a lot of fumbles early in the game and then a bobbled kick. Was there anything to that? Anything to the footballs or anything like that?
No, really it was the way, their punter, we knew it. He does what we call he has the bottom drop out of the way he punts the ball. He punts it, gets it to a certain apex, and then as it comes down, the back end flutters and turns away. And it was a tough one on Isaiah because it drifted away from him, and you want him to try and catch that because you don't want that ball to bounce to the goal line where, they had guys in position to stop it. And it's unfortunate because he almost had the catch. But Isaiah's a young guy we're playing, and he's going to make young guy mistakes, and we're going to learn to live with those as these guys grow and develop as football players for our football team.
Hey, Ron, when you look at this game, what would you say that you attribute to the defense taking so long to warm up?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Rhea. Can you say it again, please?
Yeah, no problem. I said, what do you attribute to the defense taking so long to warm up? You identified some things you wanted to see coming out of the bye week, and I'm assuming a 20-3 deficit was not it. But what do you attribute to it taking so long for the defense to finally warm up?
Well, it's one of those things that If you look at what happened, we turned the ball over and they were in positive field position. And unfortunately that led to the points. You can't turn the ball over in positive field position for the opponent, a couple of times in a row, which we did. One time we held to a field goal. The other time, they scored the touchdown. So that was 10 points right off the bat. And then we turned it over again, which led to another field goal. And so you have to, as a team, understand that turnovers in positive field position, that's going to get you. And that's exactly what happened. It did get us.
Hey, Ron, just might be dumb, but is Kyle done for the year? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea. The only thing that I initially heard was that he had separated, he had separated the ankle. Dislocated the ankle. And that's all I heard. I haven't heard anything else since then. I will, as I said, go see Ryan Vermillion, our head trainer, after this.
Hey, Ron, with the division still up for grabs, there's a lot to learn from this game. There was a lot of positive, but knowing that it's the division you're trying to win right now, how do you balance that again with the growth, but knowing this is now 2 losses to the Giants with the division up for grabs?
Exactly that. And again, we've got a couple more games going forward. We got a few more games, quite honestly, going forward that we've got to play and see exactly where we are as this thing unfolds. The nice thing about it is again, as you said, the division's still up for grabs, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, Ron, Morgan Moses was telling some of his teammates, I think, on the sideline to have some heart. I wonder if you heard about that at all, or what you would make of him kind of giving that speech.
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that a guy step up and challenge his teammates, especially in a certain situation. And a guy like Morgan who practices hard, plays hard, does things the right way. That's why he's the captain right now. So I got no issue with a guy challenging his teammates.
Hey, Ron, what did you see on Alex's interceptions, particularly the 2 late ones?
The second one, really, he had a little bit of pressure and he tried to force it to JD, and it came in a little bit high. The second one, he saw a guy across the middle and, tried to throw, and he threw it off balance. And unfortunately, it drifted right into the defender's arms. In both those situations, if he was able to set his feet without the pressure, he has a chance to complete the pass.
Hey, Ron, what did you make of the run defense? You guys have been pretty solid in that area for the year. Just what did you see as the difference today?
Well, the biggest thing I saw, we talked about earlier, was that our gap control was not as good as it needed to be. And the nice thing about the style of the defense we play is that, when we play gap control and where the ball's going, you can basically see who's not doing their job. So, it's a thing that we got to try and get corrected and make sure we're doing our jobs.
You guys will take a couple more. Hey, Ron, with Alex, where did you see a difference in him compared to the first time he played and just his progress since then?
Well, the biggest thing more so than anything else is that, is that we were able to protect him and give a little bit more time. We had some guys that made some terrific plays as far as our receivers. Cam came up big, as did Terry, as did Isaiah, and then obviously JD and AG underneath. Logan played pretty doggone well. So, we got a group of guys that stepped up and made some plays, and that really helps the quarterback.
Coach Ron, with Kyle Allen out, do you know who will be backing up Alex Smith next week? Will Dwayne Haskins be ready to play?
Yeah, Dwayne will be backing up next week.
Take 2 more.
Ron, do you have any early thoughts on how Cam Curl played in his first kind of big snap share?
I thought Cam played pretty well. I did. I know he got beat for the touchdown by Ingram, but he was in pretty close proximity to the play. And again, it's just a young guy that's going to learn and grow and get better for us each time he's on the field.
Last one.
Ron, you mentioned Cam Sims. What do you kind of attribute to his breakout day today?
Well, you know what? The way Cam Sims practices, the things that he's capable of doing as an athlete, they're pretty impressive. And so he's a heck of a football player, and I just think he's going to get better and better as he continues to work at his game.